It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Titans and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Tennessee Titans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A give. This is Cook. 5 yards on the game's first play. 2nd down. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
On now is the Titans punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. That's taken inside his own 40. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go, but if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
On 1st down, Wallace. And this one too low.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Back to throw. Wallace. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Wallace. And he's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. From the gun on 3rd down, Davidson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 2nd and 7. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, Davidson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. They'll get a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
On now is the Titans punter, as he'll kick it away for the second time. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. They run. Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Davidson. He's got his tight end Fryermuth right side. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Wallace. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2nd and 6. Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Sanders. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Wallace. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. From the gun on 3rd down, Wallace. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Back to throw. Wallace. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing to start the drive. Davidson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now is the Titans punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why, looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. Sanders shaking and baking. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Wallace. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jeffrey Simmons, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Looking to throw on second down. Wallace looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Joseph. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Operating from the gun. Wallace. He gets it to Thomas. And out of bounds right around the 20.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Back to throw. Wallace. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The extra point by Bass, up and good. It is now 21-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
this defense is really floating around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Davidson. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he will have a Titans first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Davidson. He's got his tight end Fryermuth over the middle. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To throw on second down. Davidson. He's going deep for Brown. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. They'll look to throw again. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Wallace. He finds his man. Complete. It's Joseph. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the gun on third down, Wallace. And Thomas has it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Back to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Wallace. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 3rd and 2, Wallace. And this is going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
The Titans offense going to get one final possession in this first half as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL here on this first day of November. We'll start things out with an AFC North matchup. Baltimore heading over to take on Cleveland. And it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. Tua Tagovailoa has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we'll head to Green Bay. Check out the Packers at home. Lambeau. and they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. A couple of touchdown strikes there from Justin Fields. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. A touchdown run for Najee Harris. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And not much went right in those first two quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Eagles to take over. Last week they got a good victory over the Dallas Cowboys, and they are in the driver's seat here right now as well. Throwing on first down. Wallace over the middle, open is Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wallace. Room to run past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild. And here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
From the gun, Wallace. This is Smith with a grab. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Whatever the discussions were at halftime in trying to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Wallace. And this one complete to Smith.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Wallace. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Broken tackle. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Looking to throw on second down. Davidson. He gets it complete to Harris. And he has another first down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 39.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there. They'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Davidson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this one is right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're...
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground, and here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wallace. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On second down, it's Sanders. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Joseph. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw. Wallace. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw. Wallace. And that's complete to Sanders. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call PPR?
The receiver still gets a point there, yeah. And you went that far back, no bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what, I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Wallace. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Tennessee offense set to go again. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Davidson. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. To throw on 2nd down. Davidson setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Davidson. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. In trouble, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking to throw. Davidson.
That's to Cook out of the backfield. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Davidson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4.
And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
He's picked off at his own 46. And this will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And out now come the Eagles. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
Share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Runs over it. And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Wallace firing quickly here, and that's complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It's caught on the right side at Smith.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Operating from the gun, Wallace.
And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. On second down now, Hilton, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles sure look like they're going to be moving to 8-1 as they add on to their lead.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Davidson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And, Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, you know they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way because we know that could be a dangerous tactic because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Another run here with Sanders. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, Davidson. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing on 1st down, Davidson. He's going to get this one down to Cook. Gets around him. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Harris. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Philadelphia, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.